Hey everybody, this is March 23rd, Sabbath afternoon, and we're on lesson number 13, the last lesson of this quarter, and it is called Creation Again. And the memory text for this week is 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 13. But in keeping with his promise, we are looking forward to a new heaven and a new earth, the home of righteousness. Again, that is the New International Version, and it reads, "But in keeping with his promise, we are looking forward to a new heaven and a new earth, the home of righteousness." This week's study kind of dwells on the idea of God creating the world again. And it actually has a couple verses that starts off the summary, which is actually a couple verses before the memory text, which is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10 and on. "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of God, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness." Here we see that God is going to put an end and undo all of the works that have been accomplished in this earth, including his own works of creation, joined up with our works of sin. All of it is passing away. One of my favorite types of shows to watch when I do watch TV is home improvement shows. I love seeing the process of taking something old and making it new. Shows like Extreme Home Makeover, where you take a house that is, for one reason or another, inadequate, either too small for the family or just not accessible for certain handicaps or certain ministries. So they take this old house and turn it into a brand new house that looks nothing like the original. It's interesting to see the process of tearing down the old to make room for the new. And I would just sit for hours. I just love shows like that. Seeing master craftsmen at work. Well, this is what it's going to be like when God comes back, because he comes back with a promise. Yes, he's going to put an end to sin. Yes, he must purify the earth and undo all the works of Satan. But once it's all said and done, we have the promise of a new heaven and a new earth. Earth in which sin does not have dominion, where the experience of death is not part of the process. That all that there is love, joy, and happiness. And we see everything kind of going in full circle in the Bible. In the Bible, we see that the whole story starts off in the beginning. God created the heavens and the earth. And the Bible ends with God recreating the heavens and the earth. The only difference is in the first round, God was creating a suitable and adequate home for Adam and Eve and the human race. He was creating an environment, a situation in which the human family can grow and be happy. This time around, it's a little bit more interesting because God is not only preparing a home for Adam and Eve and the human race, but He's creating an adequate home for Himself, because heaven is now moving towards earth, and God has pitched His tent amongst men. And this week we'll kind of pick apart that whole concept of recreation, the human race having a front row seat in the week of creation and seeing the master creator at work. It's something nobody wants to miss. So it should be a great study. We're going to go at it again. I hope everybody, I always treat Saturdays as like a new resolution to pick up that lesson, study it, contemplate it, pray, and come and participate with you guys. So I hope you all do the same. And I know that God will bless. Everybody, have a happy Sabbath. And I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow.